I ran across something on YouTube the other day and it got me to thinking. It was a battery operated cordless dual action sander, and that's great, but I've seen a lot of battery operated tools here lately, like routers and right angle grinders, and there's some things that you need to know about battery operated tools before you go and make the purchase. And that's what this video is all about. There's 3 things you need to know before you buy a cordless tool, and we'll get into it. So, as I was saying, there's 3 things you need to know about cordless tools before you go and purchase one. They're a big investment, and they're your tools, so you want them to last. You don't want to rebuy the same tools over and over. So my first point about cordless tools is you are buying a battery system. And with that system, you are purchasing a planned obsolescence from the company, whether it be DeWalt or whatever. And I have been using, I have nothing against cordless tools. I've been using them for over 30 years. I bought one of the first DeWalt cordless drill guns for when I was working in heat and air. They don't even make it anymore. It's the one with the pistol grip handle and all that. The problem with them, I bought many throughout the years. And the problem with cordless tools is that they're disposable. They're not a tool that you can buy and 30 years later it'll still be good, and maybe you'll have to replace the power cord on it if it gets frayed or whatever. That battery is going to go down and it's going to deplete, and you are buying a system where you're kind of stuck in an ecosystem of batteries. And often the thing that goes wrong with the cordless drill is the battery first, unless I strip it out, you know, really pushing it hard. So that battery goes down and you try to go buy a new battery, and often the battery is almost as much as what you bought the drill for. So you got to be aware of this when you buy it. I consider cordless tools, you need to know why you're using it and why you need it cordless. I mean, I have cordless drill drivers like this, and I use them because they're convenient. I can use them up on top of a ladder and all that. So I have a reason. Now, the cordless sander or cordless router may be great, but what's your reason for it? Because a router or a sander, you're going to need it for an extended amount of time, and you'll want it to last a long time if you're going to purchase it with your hard-earned money. So that's my first reason against cordless tools, is that you're buying an ecosystem and that it's planned obsolescence. My second point on cordless tools is that they're more expensive. They're at least 20 to 30% more expensive than the corded variety tool. I looked at the cordless sander on Amazon, and I looked at the comparable corded sander, you know, regular 120 volt sander, and the 120 volt sander was $70, and the cordless battery operated sander was $130, all the way up to $200. They're more expensive. So if you're buying them just to use them in a shop with plenty of plugs, that may not be the best way to spend your money, the most frugal way to spend your money. You can almost buy 2 tools for what you buy 1 cordless tool, and then you still have the planned obsolescence on top of that. So you need to know why you're buying these tools. My third point on cordless tools is that they're not as durable. Now there's a lot of people out there that use them on job sites where power is limited. I ran across some reviews, where power is limited and everyone's plugging into the same power pole, all the contractors. And cordless tools are very convenient for that. But they're not as durable. And the reason being, you may be able to push them as hard and you may be able to drop them off of a ladder as hard, but you got two systems that you're working against with a cordless tool. You're working against the motor and the switch and all that. That's with the corded tool. You'll get the same thing. But the added system you're adding on top of that is the battery operated system, the battery charger and the battery itself. And that's just more failure points for your tool to break. Plus you got the planned obsolescence from number one. So you really got to be certain why you're buying the tool and why you need it. Like I said, cordless, I've always had a cordless driver, but one of the first drills I bought was a corded drill, a regular power drill, because they're tougher. These are good, these are pretty tough, but you can't push them as hard as a regular power drill for the same amount of money or less. So they're just not as durable. Why do you want a cordless drill is a good question to ask yourself. If you're just seeing it in YouTube videos or on websites and they look nice and slick and all that, and you're new to woodworking or you're new to construction and you think that you have to get it, you don't. The best tool still, in my opinion, after 30 years of being in the trades and being in engineering and being around shop environments, corded drills, regular plug in the wall power equipment, circular saws and all that, are still the way to go for durability. They're inexpensive and they should be one of your first purchases. If you feel like you need the convenience of a cordless power tool, a battery operated power tool, then buy it, it's fine. But know why you're getting it and don't feel like you need to buy one. Like the battery operated sander that I began the video out with, I can't think of too many reasons why I would want a battery operated sander. If you have something that you're using it for, drop it down in the comments below and we'll start a discussion on it. And I'm not saying you're wrong or anything. I can't think of many reasons to have a battery operated sander or a router for that reason, or for that matter. The battery sanding takes a long time a lot of times. You'll be sanding for hours sometimes. And I can't imagine having to stop and switch out batteries while I'm sanding. That's something that you want to have hooked up, to the wall outlet. Or the best thing for a sander is a pneumatic sander. They run forever. They run off of an air compressor. That's the only bad thing. And they run very cool, and they usually are very durable. And if you can get away from the sound of the compressor, then they don't make that much noise. I mean, they're noisy, but hour upon hour, it's not that bad. I like pneumatic sanders, but anyway, I hope this video clears up some things for you about cordless tools. Again, I have nothing against them. It's just I'm seeing more and more of them, and there's a lot of people out there that may get confused and think that they need to buy all cordless power tools, and they'll be rebuying them in the next few years, and I would hate to buy a router or even a sander twice just because I can't get the battery repaired, which you can do, you can repair them, or get it replaced for a reasonable amount of money. So if you like this video, please like or subscribe it. Please drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you about this subject, and we'll see you at the next video.